Now to another big story at 10 and the newest chapter in Arizona's election battle. Results released from a pair of Maricopa County audits of election equipment. And the county says their software passed the test. ABC 15's Nicole Valdez is live. And Nicole, this was an effort to prove once and for all that the election was fair and accurate.
Yeah, Steve, but to do all of that, it's also expensive. These audits will end up costing taxpayers anywhere from $70,000 to $120,000. And they did them not because the county thought there were red flags, but because of the pressure coming down from those who still did not believe our election results. From death threats aimed at elected leaders to protests, even threats to hold the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors in contempt, all because they continued to back the county's election process. Now, these audits done by two different third-party firms, both who spent at least a week running a number of tests on the county's election equipment, both finding no evidence that votes were switched, that machines were tampered with, or inaccurate. County officials say this only confirms information they've stood by since Election Day.
These two audits were beyond what is required under state law, but given all the discussion out in the community, really nationwide about this, we felt like this was the right way to put this to rest once and for all. And it is time to move on.
But we're not moving on, apparently, Nicole. We've heard a lot of talk about members of the state Senate also planning to conduct an audit here. How is this one different from what we've already seen?
Yes, the Senate has said they want to do their own and hire their own firm to do it. But two pretty big issues here. The first is that the Senate continues to argue they should actually be able to view ballots that were cast in Maricopa County last year, which would allow them to see who you voted for. Now, the county has refused to hand those over, saying it's against state law without a court order. And the second issue here is that the Senate says they haven't officially hired anyone yet, but was in talks with Allied Security Operations Group, a company we know has ties to the Trump campaign and who authored a quickly debunked audit report in Michigan after they claimed to have found a slew of voting errors there.
So what happens now, Nicole? When are we going to see the end of all of this, I guess?
Yeah, well, we're already seeing some of the expected responses from some state Republican leaders, party loyalists, and some other common voices that really headed a lot of the doubt cast on last year's election and arguing that these audit results still don't prove anything. So whether we will actually put an end to this soon is still yet to be seen. Some Senate Republicans still pressing on with their fight for ballots, though. This Thursday, they'll send attorneys to court again to argue county supervisors like Bill Gates, who you just heard from, need to hand over everything they demanded in their subpoenas. That effort has already failed once before, though. So bottom line here is that we may be close, but the saga hasn't ended just yet. Steve.
Hopefully we get it wrapped up before the next election. Thanks so much, Nicole.